Welcome to my weekly channeled messages. Every week I focus on the collective and ask the guides for all the people who will choose number 1, what is their message? And then I do the same for numbers 2 through to 6. You should be drawn to one specific number, and when you view this video, it will be the right time for you. Look at the cards and feel which one you are drawn to, and keep listening as I give you the meaning. If you chose card 1, flow or force, this message is coming through to make you more aware if you are allowing situations to just flow in their true and correct course, or if you are trying to force the outcome. The ego self can become very impatient and doesn't want to wait for things to unfold. So you may be finding yourself trying to force the outcome, and all this is doing is causing more frustration within you. There can also be a fear there of letting go and thinking if you stop thinking about something, the universe will think you have lost interest and not bring it to you. That is not true though. Source energy hears all of your thoughts, every single one of them, and when your thoughts are aligned with what is right for you, it will show up in divine timing when you allow it to flow rather than thinking you have to force it. If you chose card 2, allow others to make their own mistakes. If you chose number 2 this week, there is a message there about letting go of trying to control the outcomes for others. In your own lifetime, you have made decisions based on what you have felt you have needed at the time, and then you learn from those lessons. When you become wise, you may want to then help others out who are making their own decisions, so you can help them avoid what you went through. But what you are forgetting is that they have to go through their own experience and their own journey, because what their soul growth requires may be different to what your soul growth requires. You can offer advice and be there as a support system, but you can't make the decisions for other people. Their soul will require to go through the experience for their own ascension. So this message is saying to stand back and let go of the reins and just observe what others are going through without having to step in and control it to feed a need within yourself. If you chose card 3, worrying about others and outcomes. Most of us don't like to have to go through difficult emotions. We aren't taught how to handle difficult emotions. So the ego will try and prepare itself and what it may have to go through, which is where worry comes in. If you can go over every scenario in your head and know what you would do in each outcome, it is yourself trying to work out what you would have to deal with internally. There can also be this thought of playing God, where there is a feeling that if I worry and worry and worry, I can stop something from happening. But unfortunately, it doesn't work like that. If it's meant to happen, it will, whether or not you're worried about it. How many times, too, have you worried about something and it never happened the way you worried it would? It's usually 97% of the time worries never materialize into reality. So there are hours of wasted time worrying when you could have been focusing on something more loving and productive. You are being encouraged to trust that all is how it is meant to be, and worrying won't change the outcome. If you chose card 4, loss of power. If you chose number 4 this week, you may be going through a period of your life where you are feeling as though you have lost your power to circumstances or to someone else. Or literally, you could lose power this week with electricity. If decisions are being made around you and you are being told what the rules are, you may be feeling powerless. Think of it this way. There could be 2 people put into jail. One decides while in solitary confinement to meditate, draw, write, go within, work on oneself to release fears and purge, so when the doors are open they are a new person ready to take on the world. Another person in solitary confinement can cry, feel frustrated, get angry, want to retaliate, scream, blame everyone else for their predicament and get into a pretty messed up energy zone. When the doors open to freedom, they are in a space of anger and resentment and blame and have no idea where to turn. Your attitude is owned by you. You own your own power by how you think and how you feel. No one can take that away from you. If you chose card 5, let go of fear. The situation you have been concerned about is being created from fear. Fear that you aren't good enough, fear that you can't control things, fear of how others see you, fear of rejection, fear of losing someone, fear of being left alone and no one wanting you, fear of getting it wrong, fear of no one wanting to help you, fear that you may have to step out of your comfort zone, fear of being vulnerable or looking weak, fear of being a charity case. There is some kind of fear there which you are trying to work on releasing. God and your guides don't desert you, but they will stand back and wait for you to let go of fear. They stand there with a gift ready for you. It's up to you to take that leap of faith and reach out and know you deserve it, believe it, take help offered, open up your vulnerable self, express your fear outwardly, which will help release it, and then you can hold the gift in your hands, rather than seeing it in the distance while you sit in fear. If you chose card 6, your ego is stopping you from hearing something. If you chose number 6 this week, there is a message there that your ego self is wanting things to happen your way, which is natural because that is the role of the ego, to make you happy, and when everything is going your way, you are happy. When things aren't going your way, you get upset or angry, and the ego doesn't like those types of feelings. Your higher consciousness doesn't blame others. It is accepting of all situations. The ego, on the other hand, will get upset with people, blame other people because of why things aren't going your way. God sees and hears every thought you have about other people. When you die, there is a judgment for anything nasty or hurtful you have projected toward another human being. You always have a second chance while alive to ask for forgiveness for any mean, nasty, judgmental thoughts you have had toward another human being because you can't control your ego. Are you going to ask for forgiveness or keep honoring your ego? Your choice. Thank you for enjoying my weekly messages. If something has resonated with you or any of the messages have come forth within your week, please leave a comment below and let me know. I'd love to know if the messages actually resonate with you. And please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss when these come out each week. Also, if you would like to get a reading from me, I do all my readings via email as I use my clairvoyant ability, and they can be bought from my website www.vickybuttonspsychic.com. Thank you.